Class 8th ICSE. Welcome to the Wisdom 360 live session. Today we will be continuing the chapter, that is chapter number 5, Endocrine System in Humans. In this chapter, we already discussed about what are the endocrine glands and what is the endocrine system or the ductless glands constituting the endocrine system. The main characteristics of hormones, which are the chemical messengers secreted by the ductless glands. Another type of difference or the characteristic based differences between the two types of glands, that is exocrine and endocrine glands. Now we will be discussing about their functions in the body and the location. In the previous class, we discussed about the glands that secrete hormones, that is the endocrine glands. Endocrine glands are also called as ductless glands, as they pour their secretion directly into the bloodstream. And the name of their secretion is hormones. These are the chemical messengers that have different roles in the body of the humans. Starting with the first gland that is situated at the base of the brain, that is known as pituitary. Pituitary or the master gland. This gland secretes the growth hormone. Growth hormone is required for the regulation of growth in the body. Function is it regulates the growth of the body. Second, it controls all development of the body. And also increases the rate of protein synthesis. As you all know that protein is required for making new cells and repair. So when the body requires new cells or their repairment or maintenance, protein is must. This gland is therefore known as the master gland because it does the main function of growth and development and also the protein synthesis. The secretion of growth hormone in the body is in two forms. One, when it is in excess, and second, when it is in under secretion. These two forms of secretion or the rate or amount of secretion is termed in two different forms. The excess secretion of growth hormone is termed as hypersecretion. Excess is termed as the hypersecretion, and the undersecretion is termed as hyposecretion. Hypo means lesser, hyper means more. Undersecretion and excess secretion of growth hormones causes diseases or abnormalities in the human and may function or dislead of the function of the body. The growth hormone when secreted in less or lesser amount or too little amount causes, and lesser secretion, that is the hyposecretion of growth hormone, causes a condition termed as dwarfism. Dwarfism is someone who's having very short height, or you can write it as short heighted growth. The hypersecretion of growth hormone leads to a condition termed as gigantism. In this condition, the person is having very tall, you can write very tall heighted growth. These two are the abnormal conditions due to the undersecretion and oversecretion of growth hormone. Apart from this, the other endocrine gland, which is situated at the throat region, is called as the thyroid gland. It's a large endocrine gland found in the neck region just in front of the trachea or windpipe. It has two lobes on either side of the trachea. It secretes two hormones. First is thyroxine and another one is calcitonin. Thyroxine and calcitonin are playing different roles in the body. Thyroxine controls or regulates the speed of cellular metabolism. Metabolism, it is the process in which the body is undergoing within the body life chemical reactions used as the constructive purpose for the cells and the destructive purpose of the cells when the cells are not in use or are old or worn out. Cellular metabolism initiates or is indicated as the rate of respiration in which energy is forming after the consumption of oxygen. Forming energy. Along with this, the thyroxine hormone also regulates the temperature of the body by producing energy. These are the major functions of the hormone named as thyroxine secreted by thyroid gland. And for the production of this hormone, iodine is required. Iodine is must for the production of thyroxine hormone, that is doing the very important role or function in the body. Without the iodine, thyroxine cannot be produced by the thyroid gland. Calcitonin does the function of control the level or the amount of calcium in the blood. The excess secretion of thyroxine hormone leads to the swelling up of thyroid gland and a condition known as hyperthyroidism. and the hyposecretion of thyroxine hypersecretion is termed as hyperthyroidism, and hyposecretion or undersecretion of thyroxine hormone causes hypothyroidism. These two conditions, the hyposecretion causes a condition termed as goiter. It is the swelling up of thyroid gland in which the thyroxine hormone is not secreted in an appropriate amount due to the less intake of iodine. Less intake of iodine causes a condition termed as goiter. In this condition, the person becomes sleepy and sluggish, always feels low, and also the weight of the body increases, or you can write it as weight gain. In hyperthyroidism, in which the oversecretion of thyroxine hormone occurs, it increases the speed of cellular respiration. Hyperthyroidism में cellular respiration ज़्यादा होने लगेगा, so that will lead to body weight, the loss of body weight. And the person will become very thin with lesser amount of energy or the strength in the body. Next are the parathyroid glands. These are four small glands embedded in the posterior surface of the thyroid gland. Thyroid gland is situated at the throat region, and parathyroid glands are situated in the posterior. Posterior मतलब पीछे की तरफ. थायराइड ग्लैंड के पीछे की तरफ चार छोटे छोटे पैराथायरॉइड ग्लैंड्स हैं जो कि सिक्रीट करते हैं पैरथ हार्मोन. This is called as the parathyroid hormone. Parath hormone regulates the calcium and phosphorus metabolism. The reactions that include the calcium and phosphorus elements. These are required for the growth of the bones and teeth. Next gland is the adrenal gland. Remember, we studied in the previous lecture that a pair of adrenal glands are present in our body, situated at the top of the kidneys, both kidneys. Adrenal gland is very important to know This gland secretes a very important hormone that is called as adrenaline. This is called as the emergency hormone. Why it is called as the emergency hormone? Emergency hormone, situation triple F. This situation can be described as whenever you face any fear, there are two options, that is fight, डर के आगे जीत है, और whenever you face any situation in which you are afraid of anything, two decisions are there. One is to attack or fight, or second one, when you know that you cannot handle the situation, you take a flight and run away. During this condition, adrenaline hormone is released by the adrenal gland in small amount that enhances the body metabolism or the work which requires a more amount of oxygen and breathing. Or you can call this situation as the stress situation. And you know this कि किसी भी बीमारी की जड़ stress है. Any kind of problem or diseases comes due to stress. And over stress is bad. It can cause to various other problems, various other neurological problems of the body. This hormone increases the heartbeat, of the person, increases the blood flow so as to supply more and more oxygen to different parts of the body. And to the brain, and helps to cope up, helps to cope up with stress or emergency situation. Adrenal gland also secrete another hormone opposite to adrenaline is another hormone named as noradrenaline. Noradrenaline hormone work in coordination with the adrenaline hormone. When the adrenaline is released, all these body functions come up with greater intensity. Noradrenaline helps to normalize the effects on the body over the situation of emergency or stress, normalize the effects of adrenaline. Now, taking another gland which was star marked during the previous lecture, considering it as the special gland, that is called as pancreas. Pancreas is a mixed gland, or you can call it as the dual gland or the mixed gland. Why it is called as the dual gland? Because it have both the type of secretions. One is the endocrine secretion, that is the hormone, and another is the exocrine secretion. The endocrine secretion, that is the hormone, and the exocrine secretion, that is the enzyme. The exocrine component consists of duct of Acini. This produces the pancreatic fluid that contains digestive enzymes. And the endocrine component consists of islets of Langerhans. Islets of Langerhans. Islets of Langerhans secrete the hormone named as insulin. Insulin is a hormone that regulates or controls the amount of blood sugar level in the body. The extra glucose in our body is converted into glycogen by insulin and stored in the liver. In some people, enough insulin is not released. Due to the less secretion of this hormone, the condition of diabetes occurs. Diabetes is a disease or disorder in which the person gets a lot of glucose in its blood, and the glucose, the excess glucose accumulates in the blood and then secreted or excreted along with urine. Insulin is required for the conversion of glucose into glycogen. And deficiency of this hormone causes diabetes mellitus. Next gland we are taking after pancreas is present only in females. That is the ovaries. Ovaries are present only in females, situated at the lower abdomen, that produces a hormone named, two hormones named as estrogen and progesterone. The estrogen and progesterone hormone controls the reproductive development and growth. In the females, it also regulates the reproductive behavior. All the changes that comes during the time of adolescence, the body grows and develops and forms into an adult. The ovaries play an important role in a female, and same function for the growth of the body is performed by testes. These are present only in males. The testes are carried in a thin fold of skin in the males. That thin fold of skin is called as the scrotum. The testis secretes a hormone that is named as testosterone. Testosterone hormone controls the reproductive growth and development, same as the female, also the reproductive behavior. These two glands, that is the ovaries and testes, are responsible for the changes in an individual, turning it into an adult, and also the development of reproductive organs. We have finished with the glands, that is the endocrine glands, and now we'll be studying about the adolescence and accompanying changes that are given in your book. This will be taken in the next class. For today it's over. जितने भी ग्लैंड्स आपको आज पढ़ाए और जो प्रीवियस क्लास में आपने पढ़े थे, इन दोनों क्लासेस में लेक्चर्स में देखिए कितनी चीज़ें आपको बताई गई हैं. The glands that are known as the endocrine glands and the glands which are called as the exocrine glands, differences between the two on the given, on the told characteristics, and the secretion that is called the hypersecretion and oversecretion causes several disorders in the body. You should be knowing about them, and in the next class we'll be completing the chapter, taking it for the last topic, that is the adolescence and accompanying changes. In this topic we'll be studying about the sexual maturation of the body and the physical changes during the adolescence, that is the time period, the transition time of a body into an adult, and also we'll be discussing about the stress management. For till then, you just stay fit, stay blessed.